ladies, TorontoUnicorn here, and I am here to give some advice on the power of just fucking owning it. When you are in a situation in life and you feel anxiety in your body, in your mind, that feeling, oh my god, I worry, whatever, if it's a non-calm feeling, because you're worrying about what somebody's thinking about you. Maybe you've said something embarrassing, maybe you've overshared, God forbid. Maybe you let some gas out, whatever it is, people can get that feeling inside of us that's like terror, like, oh my god, they're gonna know I farted, or I wore the wrong shoes and everyone's gonna know, and you're walking around feeling like everyone's looking at them. You know, it's just things like that, right? And so one of the things that I learned kind of early on is the power in those situations is in the fear of people's reactions, right? It's like, oh no, they're going to judge me, or what if I'm wearing kind of an eclectic outfit and people are like, oh, that looks fucking weird. You know, like somebody could insult our style, even though we took a little bit of a chance, right? And that can be hurtful. That can be very hard to reconcile with our feelings and emotions. And so it's not like it won't hurt if somebody insults you or you still do something a little socially embarrassing. But the difference here is when you take the power out of the situation and bring it back to you, it's just not that bad. So what do I mean by that? The power of owning it. So if you happen to decide to wear an outfit and you think it looks great, and somebody or a couple people around you are like, oh, that's an interesting top, where'd you get that? Or like looking down on it. Don't be apologetic. Don't be like, oh, do you like it? Don't look for validation. Be like, I liked it. Because when you own it, your decision. You don't be like, oh, was it not a good decision? No, you fucking own it. Because you're like, even if you don't like it, I do. So it's just one of those situations. For example, if you pass gas in a public setting, you know, and you're embarrassed about it, yeah, it's embarrassing. But one of the best things you could do is just be like, especially if it was like loud or something, I mean, you just have to crack a little bit of a joke or something and just be like, all right, no more Thai food for me. Sorry about that, guys. Like, and then move on with your life. Like, you don't have to be like, oh my God, they're always going to think about that fart. Because, you know, it's really only it turns into a giant thing if someone makes it one, right? Otherwise, they walk away, somebody else continues the conversation, it goes away for the most part. So when you are in a situation, especially in a lifestyle club or something like that, and you're getting approached for a date or you're getting approached for, you know, an encounter and things like that, you need to be able to own, meaning be unapologetically, you know, handling your wants, needs, and boundaries. So what does that mean? That means that when you go into a situation, including in, you know, a sexual situation, you don't want to be apologetic about things that you need if they're important to you. For example, I need somebody to use a condom when we play because it's for safe sex, and I would never negotiate that unless I was in a relationship with somebody, right? And so it's just one of those things that I wouldn't be like, oh, is it okay if we use a condom? Because it's not a question. The answer to me is always a yes. So I would say, oh, well, in order to play, we would need to use a condom. Is that okay with you? Right? Different. I'm owning that that's a real limit. I'm not being like, is it okay with you if we respect my boundaries? Like, no. You're just going to say in a nice way, these are my boundaries, right? That's also a way of owning it. It's like just enforcing your boundaries and being unapologetic about them, even in the face of that really tempting people-pleasing feeling, right? You're going to have so many videos on people-pleasing because it just keeps coming back up in different contexts, including in the bedroom. And so there's lots of things that we can still talk about there. So the power of owning it in a lot of situations where you have social anxiety, whether you think that you're talking too much, whether you think that you are dressed differently, the power of just making a joke about it or like a lighthearted one. Self-deprecating humor isn't actually that funny. People know when people are being like, don't you think I look ugly? Like, that's not funny. But if you're like, yeah, you know, I'm trying my, you know, going to be on the next, you know, designer TV show, and this is my tryout outfit. What do you think, right? Whatever that is, whoever said that to me, I have so much more respect for them in that outfit because they took a stand about it. Because they were like, yeah, I chose this. The other day on my other YouTube channel, I went to the club and I was wearing a cute little like red outfit, same skirt. And then I also had one red boot and one black boot. Now they were the same style of boot, but just different colors. And I did hesitate at, you know, before, like, should I actually wear one of each? I don't think people do that. And the truth is, I had that moment of, what if people are thinking I made a mistake? What if people think I look weird? But I also like kind of quickly just brushed that off by saying, I want it. I think it's awesome, and I'm going to defend it in my heart of hearts if anybody says anything about it. And that was the power of owning it. And also, when you're in a situation and, for example, you need to not go to somebody's party, you don't feel like going, and they're inviting you. I've done other videos that you can look up about how to say no and mean it, you know, how to respect boundaries, things like that. But also just the power of owning your own decisions, right? Just owning it, your own decisions. So if I was just like, oh no, sorry, I'm not available. Just own the fact that you said you're not available. Don't be apologetic about the fact. Don't give an extra sentence explanation. Just be like, no, not available. Have a good time, you know? Sometimes you just keep talking so that they can't jump back with another, how come? Well, can you get a babysitter? Like, I hate those people because they're like, you know, but they have good intentions because they're like, oh, I'm just trying to help you problem solve your problems so that you can come. And instead, what you should have done is just be like, oh no, I'm not, you know, I'm not able to come. Just not interested. Sorry, no. Just don't even give them a reason. Don't say my dog's sick. Like, just don't. They'll get you a dog sitter. I'm telling you, people will solution for you. So the power of owning it, you take that power back in those situations. Social anxiety can be popped like a balloon when you decide not to let anyone around you shame you or anything. Yeah, they could throw shade or shame at you, and it does not mean that you have to accept it. It means that you could watch it hit your invisible windshield and slide down, because you don't have to accept other people's shit. They are all other souls going around trying to live their best lives and whatever. But the truth is, we tend to be concerned about our social rejection because it's kind of built into us. Like, I did study psychology. I do know that it's built into us to want to be socially accepted. You know, it would be the beneficial for our life kind of thing. One of the best ways to be socially accepted is to be authentic. Because if you're somebody who changes your personality depending on where you are, people don't know who you are. Like, they think that you're a little lost, right? But if you are always the same person, even if you dress differently than other people, even if you say funny things or off the wall things or have different hobbies, just own them. If you are into Star Wars like crazy, wear it on your shirt, wear it on your pants, like a fucking, like, you're proud, because you will attract the people in your life that think that's fucking awesome. Don't be apologetic for your hobbies. Don't be apologetic for your fucking life. Don't be apologetic for your kinks, as long as they're legal. TorontoUnicorn.com has all my links. I may not have life all figured out either, but I have learned some lessons along the way, and you're welcome to them. Click on your screen to get more of my content.